watching the SCAC Player of the Week interviews. It's week 8 of the SCAC Spring Tennis season, and today we're joined by the SCAC Doubles Team of the Week, senior Megan Flores and sophomore Cate Cushing of the Trinity University Tigers. And Megan, Cate, congratulations and thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Megan, we'll get started with you. This team coming off a really impressive showing this past week, going out playing 5 very difficult matches against all top 30 teams in the country, putting forth a 3-2 record, getting wins over Gustavus Adolphus, Mary Washington, and WashU. Just your thoughts from an overall team perspective, how impressive you felt this past week was and how important it was to continue to play well against top-end competition.
Yeah, I think this was definitely the hardest week on our schedule, just in terms of the rigor of how often we had to play. And getting to see a slate of such highly ranked teams was also a really unique thing, because in our previous COVID seasons, we weren't allowed to even travel out of the state or host people from other states on our campus. So it was really cool to see those teams come back to us for the first time, and getting wins against them was even better, especially for a team with so many freshmen and sophomores who literally hadn't seen any of those girls play before. It was really cool to not only play them, but also win against them.
Cate, as a doubles team, you and Megan continue to grow as a partnership, now ranked 7th in the most recent regional rankings out there in the West. Just your thoughts on the continued strength and growth that you've showed as a doubles pairing, and how did this past weekend kind of give you some more confidence, again, playing such high-level competition and having great success?
Yeah, for sure. I think especially after this week, even playing with Megan all last year and this year too, like we never really had a week where we played this many teams in a row. And I think we played a lot of highly ranked teams, highly ranked D3 teams that we've never played before. And I think we grew a lot as a doubles team and as individual players, because we mentally and physically, we just went out there day after day and played these high-ranked teams, and we were pretty successful against some of them. So, yeah, it was a good week.
Again, this team, I mentioned the rankings, as a group continues to climb in the national NCAA poll, most recently climbing all the way up to number 24th in the country. Another Trinity program competing at the highest level athletically. Just your thoughts on how much pride you take in representing Trinity, and what it means to not only have this team show its hard work day in and day out, but also being recognized nationally as well.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing most of our teams on campus also are able to reach a really high ranking nationally. So it's definitely a really competitive atmosphere athletically, but it's also really supportive. It's I feel like when our team does well, it feels like all of the teams do well, and it feels the same vice versa. Recently, I think our women's basketball team made it really far, being like the #1 team in the nation in the NCAA tournament. So I think being able to see other teams on our campus achieve things like that helps our team also believe that it's possible for us too.
Cate, how much growth have you seen just within this women's tennis program over the last 18 to 24 months since you got there to campus in San Antonio, a part of a big influx of freshmen a season ago, and welcome big talent? Now a part of a big, freshman and sophomore class, along with your senior there, and Megan. How much have you seen this program grow in the last, number of months since you've been there?
I think we've grown a ton, especially from last year, from playing a season but not really playing that many matches, and then watching everyone adjust from junior tennis to college tennis has been really cool. How we've all come together as a team and realized that no matter how we individually play out there, it's what the team result is. And having the freshmen come in has been really cool, because we kind of had the same adjustment last year as sophomores, and just kind of taking them in and showing them more of the college tennis mindset has been really fun. And I think the season has been good. We've been pretty successful, and I'm just excited to see where we go from here.
Yeah, we're working with a really great group of girls, and it's been really exciting to see them grow just over the course of this season, but also over the course of the year. We're definitely a different team than when we played the fall tournament, and having the support of all of the girls on our team, and even previous graduates of the program, having alumni come out to our matches and support us in that way has been really cool too.
Now, let's have some fun with the two of you. Obviously, a lot of success as a doubles team, but I'm sure in practice, there have been some head-to-head singles competition to try and continue to get better. who wins in that head-to-head competition in singles matches, but between the two of you?
It's really a toss-up, every time we go out there, we're just beating each other's heads to the ground. It's a grind.
Yeah.
And it's always special to play Megan in singles. It really just fluctuates. We don't play too many like actual matches against each other, but it's always fun when we do.
Yeah, Kate's my partner, but she's also my rival, so we keep each other in check during practice.
That's awesome. So I guess a follow-up question to that. I know we've talked in the past about communication, the importance that's had as far as the success for the two of you on the court. Have there been any miscues? Have there been any moments where a serve has gotten off the back of someone's head, or a return has maybe hit someone when you thought they were going to one side of the court or the other? Have there been any moments where maybe the communication wasn't so perfect out there as a doubles team?
I think not a day goes by where something like that happens. I don't know if I've ever hit Megan with a serve, but I've definitely hit her with like a ball. And there's been times when I just don't hit a volley when I probably should, or I do hit a volley when I probably shouldn't, and it just kind of throws everything off. But you kind of just work through that and play the next point.
Yeah, I think as a team, a lot of the stuff we do is unexpected to our opponents, but also a little unexpected to us sometimes. There's definitely a few accidents, but overall, the course is pretty smooth.
And finally, to wrap things up, we talked about how intense the schedule was over the course of this past week. Get a chance to rest up a little bit going into the weekend. Bye this weekend from action. Won't return until SCAC opponents the weekend of the 9th and the 10th of April. How do you take advantage of a couple of days off? What will be key for this team to sort of take advantage of those days off, but continue to ride that momentum heading into next weekend?
Yeah, I think it's super important to take this week and just kind of get back into a normal practice week, get into our regular schedules after an intense week such as like last week, and especially preparing for our UTD and Austin College matches and then going into conference from there. It's important to recover but not lose what we have worked for so far. So we're still getting out there and hitting and keeping our rhythm in. And yeah, I'm just ready to practice after a bunch of long matches.
It'll be a lot of fun, and it'll also be our first away trip in a few weeks, so that'll be pretty unique. We have, I think, a few families that are going to be able to come watch us when we play out in Dallas, and overall, I think everybody's excited to rest, but also excited to get back out there.
The Week 8 SCAC Women's Tennis Doubles Team of the Week, senior Megan Flores and sophomore Cate Cushing of the Trinity University Tigers. Megan and Cate, congratulations on your honor and best of luck as you continue to march forward.
Thank you.